Hello everyone, and welcome to my 1 to 99 cooking guide. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the best ways to get from level 1 to 99. First of all, I'm going to show you just a very straightforward, not too expensive, and pretty darn good XP per hour method to get level 99, and then I'll show you a couple alternatives to that as well. So I am in the Lumbridge basement, where I would recommend you train yourself from 1 to 99, and the reason for this is because you can put a bonfire directly next to the bank chest here, and if you cook on a fire, it gives you more XP for cooking raw fish, so that's why I'd recommend to train there. You can also do this at the Shantae Pass if you have not completed the first part of the recipe for disaster quest, which unlocks the ability to use the bank in the Lumbridge basement. Or you can also cook in Berthorpe because a lot of people make fires there, and it's very easy to find a bonfire to cook at without having to light your own. So before we get started in the guide, there's a couple things that I have to let you guys know about that are going to increase your cooking XP. First of all is the cooking urns. There are many different levels of cooking urn. You can check out what level of urn is right for you in the crafting guide in-game. I also have a complete urns guide on how to use all of these, which I will link in the description. These are the highest level urns. They're level 81. You can buy these off the GE in the state that they are right now, but you can't use them unless you're 81 crafting. You also cannot get an assist for these urns anymore. You used to be able to, but now you cannot teleport the urns away for experience without level 81 crafting, so the level is required. Once you buy them off the GE, you just use the correct rune on the urn. For the cooking ones, it's fire runes, and now the urns are ready to go. You also want to get yourself a pair of cooking gauntlets. You can get these from the family CREST quest, and these are a reward from that quest, and what these will do is will give you less of a chance to burn raw fish, so it's very important to have these as well. When you're ready to start cooking, I'd recommend to set up your bank somewhat like the following. You don't have to have this entire tab here, but just have your logs, your cooking urns, and your fish all right next to each other. And then when you're ready to cook, just withdraw log, urn, fish, and just light the fire right next to the bank, and you are ready to start cooking. Just make sure you always have urns in your inventory because those are really going to help boost your XP per hour. Now it's on to the leveling methods themselves. From level 1 to 15 cooking, you're gonna be cooking raw shrimp. You can buy these off the GE for a very cheap price, and it will not take long to achieve level 15 at all, so you won't be losing much money here. From level 15 to 30 cooking, you can cook raw trout. These are slightly faster than the shrimp, but again, this will hardly take any time at all to get to level 30, so don't worry about the time and how long it takes. From level 30 to 55, you're going to be cooking raw tuna. And these are where you start to lose a little bit of money through cooking. Unfortunately, with the way that the GE prices are right now, you are never going to profit through cooking, through traditional methods at least. So you're always going to lose a little bit of money, but I think with how AFK and how quick this skill is to train, coupled with the fact that it isn't a huge loss, that it's definitely worth it. The next step is from level 55 to 84, and for this stage in your journey you're going to be cooking raw lobsters. This is one of the longest stages, as once you reach level 84 the fish that you're cooking are going to give a lot more XP per cook. But just push on through it and you'll be able to get this done in a couple days. From level 84 to 93 we're going to be cooking raw monkfish. And raw monkfish do at the current GE prices lose 150 GP per cook, so just be aware of that. There's not much you can get around it though unless you want to cook lobsters all the way until 93, because raw swordfish give slightly less XP but lose even more money per cook, so I wouldn't recommend doing them. And the final stage of your journey is level 93 to level 99, where you'll be cooking raw sharks, and as long as you have the cooking gauntlets you won't burn them. You also don't lose too much money on these sharks. It depends on the GE prices because it changes all the time, but you usually lose about 100 GP per. But since they give so much XP, you're not really losing much gold per experience, and this is very, very fast XP per hour, so I'd highly recommend doing the sharks till 99. However, there are a couple other methods that you can use to train, and I will talk about those now. Just be aware that these methods I'm going to be talking about are much more expensive, but also have their own benefits. The fastest and by far the most expensive method of training cooking in the game is making wines. And the reason why this is so expensive is you need one pair of grapes and one jug of water for every single wine that you make, which is 2.6k per wine. And after you make the wines, they're pretty much useless, so you don't sell them back for very much money at all. So this is almost 100% loss. However, it's extremely fast XP. All you do is you add the wines to jugs of water, which is done very quickly. And after about 12 seconds or so, you will actually get your full XP drop. And these do ferment while you're in your bank, so you can very quickly see the 2k XP drop after a few seconds. So you can just put them in your bank, withdraw another inventory, ferment them all, put them back in your bank, and you will just get XP drops about 10 to 12 seconds after you have put all the grapes into the jugs of water. Just be aware that this can cost several hundreds of mils to getting to level 99. You can do this from level 35, and the jugs of wine do have a very low failure rate, so you will not usually fail them, although you can sometimes. This is extremely fast XP per hour, getting up to about 600 to 650k if you are going really hard at it. The final method that I wanted to show you guys on how to level cooking is by using the bake pie spell. You can use this on any pie, the best pie being the summer pies, but these do require 95 cooking. So if you are lower, for example the Admiral pies at level 70 or the Wild pies at level 85, no matter how you train this method though, it's going to be very expensive because all the raw pies are extremely expensive. These say 3.5k in the GE, but they bought for me at 3.9k a piece. If you are planning to train this method, you obviously want to be using a steam staff, which has water and fire runes, so you won't have to spend any extra money on water or fire runes. I don't have one at the moment, but I would highly recommend to get one if you are training with this method. So I can say this is definitely the most relaxing way to train cooking and the easiest one. It just costs so much. You do get some magic XP for this as well, so this is also extremely fast cooking XP per hour. One thing I wanted to touch on is the reason why I didn't mention rocktails is at the moment they are just crazy expensive to make, and they are also not much faster XP per hour than sharks. They're very comparable. Sharks being about 330k XP per hour using decorated urns, and rocktails being about 380k XP per hour. So if you'd like to splash the extra money on raw rocktails instead of raw sharks to reach level 99 from level 93, feel free to do that. It's just going to set you back a lot more money, so I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, that's about all for this guide. If you have any questions, you can either leave them in the comments, or always join my friends chat in-game at munclesonkey, and I'd be happy to help you out. Good luck on your 99 cooking, and farewell.